Guys, it's Miranda here, Sunshine and Grace, and today for our 3579, we are doing shabby chic ruffles using count it three, this will probably never happen again, 3 items. You need scraps of lace, ribbon, sari silk, cheesecloth, whatever you got that you can smush onto some paper. You need some paper strips, voila. And you need some 2-sided tape. Boom, got it, okay? This is probably the easiest one of these will do. So I'm going to let y'all screenshot that and I'm going to sit down while you do that. Get myself situated and move that out of our way and we will get started. Okay, we're going to take and use thin strips. You want about 1/4 inch. You can go up to 1/2 inch if your fabric is wide that you're going to work with, but it's easier the skinnier the strip. And you want stuff probably no skinnier than this. This is a little over 1/4 inch. You can see it's just a hair bigger than that strip of paper. Because I'll explain why. When you have something a little wider than the paper you're working on or right as wide, you can get that nice smushy effect. Like here, here, and here, and here, and here. But when it's not as wide as the paper, you know, when the ribbon you're using is skinny, like that ribbon is, can't even find that ribbon in here because I got irritated working with it and decided I was not going to do that anymore because it's just a pain in the crack. But you can see that is a thin ribbon. You know, it's not very wide and it's harder to smush it. It doesn't look like to cooperate as well. So it's easier if it's a little wider. You can use cheesecloth. These I did a couple years ago using cheesecloth. I need to glue that back in place. And they're very, very pretty, but cheesecloth does not work well with the 2-sided tape. So you actually have to glue them, and there's a reason why I made those 2 years ago and have not made them again. They were complicated. They were gluey, and my hands got stuck to themselves. And I tried last night and I ended up so mad. It wasn't good. That's what I'm going to say. So we're going to do them using 2-sided tape because I started that project and I was like, there has got to be a better way. There just has to. And that's why I came up with this. So we're going to put some 2-sided tape down and we're going to work with some shorter pieces first. So you want to make sure your tape goes down tight and then rip it. And we're not tearing the paper yet because it does help to be able to put your hand on the paper to hold it in place while you work. Burnish that down really well. I usually use my scissors handle, that 2-sided tape. You want it to stick tight in case you have to pull the fabric back off to work with it. Okay, let's move these out of the way. I think they're so pretty on the lands. I could sit and do this all day. Let's peel it up. Okay, got it. All right. First one, we're going to start with the lace. The lace is way wider than our strip, so it'll be easy, and it's kind of short, so it's not going to take very long to show you how to do it. I probably should have done that on the green, but I think you can see. And this is why you work with short pieces, because your hands will get stuck to the tape a little bit if you're not careful. Okay, I'm going to have to pick it up to show you. But you smush the lace to the end or your ribbon or whatever you're using. Smush it on the end and put your finger there. And then you literally just pinch and roll. Like kind of wiggle it back and forth. This is where the wider ribbon is easier to work with. Because it just will do this easier. That thin stuff you really have to work to get the pleat and the twist. You know, like the wiggle back and forth and to get the fluffy there too. You can get the wiggle, but it's hard to get the fluff. Does that make sense? Oh my lands. I'm like, you gotta work hard to get the wiggle and the fluff. But you just kind of pinch it back on itself a little bit to get the fluff. Like that. And then I kind of just go back and forth when it's wide. Just a little to give me that zigzaggy motion. Because that does help your fluff. Okay. Almost done with the lace. Okay, and it's down. All right, it was not very long, you can see, but it's very fluffy. So we're just going to cut it right there. it all. That one would probably just be a tab on a page instead of like an actual page edging. But I'll show you how to use them here in a few minutes when we've done a couple. Now we're going to use this wider ribbon, and that's obviously not enough tape, so we'll lay some more tape. Probably just finish this strip out. But rip it off. You could probably cut that too. I just get in the habit of ripping things. And it's so satisfying, you know what I mean? I mean, just to rip things off of there, it's like, yeah, I like it. I do. Peel that back. Okay. Now, this one ruffles fluffy easier than lace. And to make this a little easier, I am actually going to lay my scissors on that to help hold it down. So you just pinch it, like, you know, kind of wad the end a little bit. I just kind of pinch it and smush it down. And then trying to stay in frame. Smoosh, pinch. Smoosh and pinch. Smoosh and pinch. And then if you don't like the way it's smooshing or pinching, you know, like that, I thought was getting a little flat, you can just peel it up. That's the beauty of this two-sided tape, or one of the beauties, and redo it. I try not to get the stuff stuck to the tape too soon, and I try to kind of coax it into the shape I want with my fingers. And it does get easier. It's harder to do it and explain it while I'm doing it than to just do it. Because you kind of overthink it when you're explaining it, if that makes sense. You know, you kind of put too much into it, trying to show the process. Where if you're just kind of letting it happen organically, when you're just, you know, you're doing it without having to explain it, it's much easier. Although it still takes a little bit of practice to get that, you know, you've got to play with each piece of fabric, really, to get it to do what you want. Okay, that looks pretty good. Because each one's a little different. Some pieces are skinnier than others. Some have more fluff in them than others. Some are just cantankerous, like that weird thin ribbon over there. It was just cantankerous. Okay, here's a wide piece of sari that we are going to try. Okay. Now, this is going to be really wide compared to the piece of fabric that, actually, you know what? I have a wider piece over here that I was using earlier. I think would work better for the sari. Because you don't want it to be too thin. You know, the paper behind it, you need some substance to hold the fabric. So we're going to use this one. Okay. And now we're going to wad that and pinch it down. And then just let it kind of do its own thing. You'll see how, like with this, it gets much, you just get a better, the wider the fabric, it gets easier to do. It looks prettier. Because it just kind of wants to wad up on there anyways. In like a really pretty, ruffly, fluffy, beauteous way. Like I'm getting all of it on one side and not the other here. If you kind of notice that it's doing that, just make sure you've got it all edged out right. You know, like sort of flattened out. We're almost at the end. There. And then just cut it off and you're done. Okay, it would work the same with this one, but I'm not going to do that because I really don't like that fabric very well, and I know I would never use that. So we have done it with 3 different styles of fabric. We did sari ribbon, lace, and just regular ribbon. You can see I have all of them over here done the same way. And then this is a very thin ribbon that I really wouldn't even recommend working with unless you got the patience of Job, because I don't. You can see I did really good to right about here, and then I was just like, forget it. Let's just get this thing done. And it doesn't look bad, but it's still not, it's not got the same fluff and prettiness. It just doesn't have it. It has more of a like smooth edge I don't like. So that's that. Okay. You guys let me know what you think. Are they cute? Are they not worth the effort? I think they're definitely worth the effort. Like I say, I probably will never do this style with the glue again, but I'll definitely do them with the 2-sided tape because I like that look. It's cute and easy and not so frustrating. I don't like to be frustrated. Creating should be relaxing and peaceful. It should never stress us out. And if we're working on a project and we are getting stressed, that's when it's time to quit. That's when it's time to move to something else, find something else to do, take a break, walk away. You know, put the scissors down and walk because it's not, you're not getting the benefit of it, which is supposed to be that it's fun. You know, it really is supposed to be fun. So if it's not fun, then take a break and do something else. But these are fun. Oh, this one, I just keep squishing it. It's so squishy, and so is that one. And this one, I love that squish factor. It's so fluffy. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think. And if you found value in this video and in my videos in general, and you are not already subscribed, I would invite you to do so today, right now. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified when I bring the next video out. I do shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Y'all, that is a loose shoot for it, okay? Because I'm terrible at getting things done on that strict of a schedule, just because like with this video, this is several recording. I've recorded it a couple of times now. Because I want the video to be right. I want to bring you all quality material. I don't want to just bring you a, thrown together video. So I do it until I get it right, until I get the instructions correct and until the project looks good. Because I don't want to show you how to do it if it's not looking decent. And don't forget to like this video and let me know what you think in the comments. Because I love to talk to y'all and to hear what you think about what I make, suggestions. I get ideas from you guys so often in the comments. You have no idea. I mean, y'all will just say some little thing and I'm like, genius. Why didn't I think of that? It's like, awesome. I love that idea. Or you'll, if you look me up on Facebook, you can show me your ideas. Show me what you do. If you make the project, show me how you made it. Because I love to see your all's take on it too. So anyways, I'm going to jump off here, but before I go, I just want to remind y'all, Jesus loves you so much, he died for you. If you've not trusted that fact, then I urge you to do so today, because nobody's promised the next second. Whether you know it or not, you're going to live forever. You're either going to live forever with Jesus, or you're going to live forever without him in hell. And that's just the stark reality, is that you either live eternally with God or without him. And eternity without God was never what man was created for in the first place. God created hell for Satan and his angels. We were never supposed to go there. And it breaks my heart to think that some people willingly choose to do so. That they reject God. And if it breaks my heart, man, how much it must break his, because he literally came to earth as a man, lived a perfect sinless life to pay a debt that he didn't owe for us, died a death that is so horrific. He went to hell on our behalf. And you know what? He paid the debt we owe. So, yeah. And then he rose from the grave, conquering death, and he gives us eternal life in himself. So you guys, if you don't already know the gospel, if you've not trusted it, let me know. Okay. Drop me a comment. shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. You can find me all over the place. It's Miranda McCulley or Sunshine and Grace, JJ or Journals. You can find me, okay? And I will talk to you. I will pray with you. I will whatever. Or if you just want to talk about journals, oh my lands, you guys, we can talk about that all day too. Because you know what? There's three things I'm really crazy about. One's Jesus Christ. Y'all have figured that one out, okay? Everybody figures that out before the end of the first video they watch. My family, love my guys to death, okay? Well, not to death, but you know what I mean. And junk journaling, okay? This making things, yes, that's my three things. It's basically the only three things I'm good at in the entire world, okay? So I'm hoping that there's a better, that I've got some, when I get that glorified body, maybe I got some like better skills or something, because these are basically all I know how to do. Talk about Jesus, take care of my family, and make things out of paper and like scraps of fabric and stuff. So anyways, that's what Sunshine and Grace is all about, by the way. And, so we're done here. Let me know what you think, and y'all have a great day, and we'll chat soon. Grace and peace. Bye-bye.